Yes, that was the conversation.
Okay, we are live.
Great. Good evening. Evening, everyone. Thanks for coming to this second, I think, of our planning committee meetings for Horsham Town Council. Quite a full agenda this evening. Hopefully you all had a chance to assess it. I did send some notes around, actually, which I did through an analysis earlier on to try and highlight which of those items might need a little bit more attention and others less. That may be helpful. We'll go through in order, but hopefully they may have may help highlight those things we might need to ask some questions about. So let's kick off firstly with apologies.
Thank you, Chair.
Do we have any?
Yes, so Councillor Grant sends his apologies. He has a travel commitment. Thank you.
Very good. Any declarations from members of the committee of any items on the agenda?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jill. We had some minutes sent round. Thanks very much from the first meeting. Hopefully you had a chance to scan those and check if there's anything missing, incorrect, or needs otherwise adjusting. But if everyone's happy with those, yes. Sounds like they're agreed. Thank you.
Yeah, approved. If you could just please sign those. An initial, please, on the bottom of each page, and then on the back page, that one, sign and date there, please.
I will do that now. So talk amongst yourselves.
Thank you.
Do you need a date on these, on the initials?
Oh no, just the initials. Thank you.
Okay.
And and it'll be the back of the next page as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Thank you. That's for you. Thank you very much.
Be correct.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yep, so down there.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. So next item. We've had some guidance for notes. I think we sent those around again. So what do we need to do here? Just confirm that we're comfortable with these and that they're providing guidance for us.
Yes. So it was just really putting out sort of guidance. Hopefully, if people have never been involved with the planning committee, it really helps to steer of how those consultee comments should be formed and sort of what lies behind. Obviously, we're not the local planning authority, we are consultees. So it's just to make that clear for everybody and hope they helped.
Definitely.
Good.
Can I just interject there?
You can.
And for those people who have not been on the planning committee, HDC, I just wonder if any of you have attended one of those, and if you haven't, whether that might be a useful exercise in terms of just understanding what happens after this, so that you know if we are making comments or questions here, we know where they're ending up. I just offer that as a possibly useful exercise. There was one about every other Tuesday, so there's no shortage of them. Maybe to send around Martin Scott.
Schedule
Well, as an alternative, of course, they're all live streamed and recorded, so you don't.
Yeah.
Whilst you're perfectly welcome to turn up.
That's true.
That's a bit too burdensome. You can just watch one on YouTube. It might be worth circulating the link to where those are.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll do that.
Thanks. Good point. Yeah.
Because they do clash with this committee as well.
They do. Yes. Yes, I'm aware of that. Right, members of the public. You have your 20 minutes. I think, unless there's someone online, can members of the public be online?
No, we don't. On our YouTube, we don't invite comments. So,
Any comments, Ruth? No.
Sorry, Ruth. I was not thinking of you as a member of the public, but you are indeed, I suppose. Okay, let's move on to item 6, which is the meat of this, I think, where we need to just review the applications going through in the town and highlight any that need particular attention or questions, and what our view on them is.
Yes.
So the first one is DC 260748. This is East Street. And this is one of the ones I think that highlighted, that came up that we should perhaps look at.
Could I make a suggestion, Chair, if I'm
please.
right in something I've read? Because is this the same premises as item P, DC 260749?
Yes, it might be,
Yes,
because
it
one's
is.
listed building
Yes.
consent.
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily as familiar with them both as you are, but we might want to consider taking them together rather than, or at least one after the other, rather than,
Good spot.
0749. Yeah.
Well, right, I'm thinking the only difference is he has internal alterations. Otherwise, it seems to be exactly the same wording.
Yeah, because you have to have a separate listed building consent to the planning application. They're separate things, but they will predominantly be for the same thing. It's just they are different applications.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. One's for listed building consent and one's for the actual
I see.
planning application. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Oh, I see.
There's one other one later on where they've applied for two. It looks like they've applied for two different options. One goes around the back and one doesn't. So we probably want to do those together.
I think that's, I think that pick that up. Anyway, the notes I've got or suggestions I got were that we should consider, because it's a listed building, certain questions which have come up here that whether it's in the impact on the character or appearance of the building, visual impact of the flue, any noise, ducting, whether that's internal or external, external grills and terminals, any justification for alterated frontage. I've actually sent you these notes, but by all means, note them down.
Thank you.
And any requirement for particular materials to be used in repair or restoration. So is that something as a committee here we should just set forward those as part of our response?
You can. It's whether or not you are objecting to the application, or is this comments that you want to share?
I think my feeling probably is I'm proposing that we probably support it, but in consideration of these comments.
Yeah. Okay. Support with comments.
No, just in
And
terms of
You're opening that up.
my thoughts- my thoughts
Sorry,
on-
yes, yeah.
It's okay. I completely agree with the points you've raised and notes that you made as a part. And I just, from my own point of view, as a Horsham resident visiting other towns or villages where I see, restaurants or food service where they have big ductings,
Yeah.
it's really unpleasant. And I don't know, that's just my personal view. But of course, it's a business that needs this sort of, I presume it needs this sort of stuff. It's going to be very helpful, but it can also be very, very unpleasant. And I can imagine that a lot of residents would be very unhappy if this is done badly. So I would support what you're saying as supporting the whole application, but I really could focus on the ducting and the grills, and how what the environmental health says about it.
Mhm.
Just echoing what you say, but with emphasis.
Martin, sorry.
Just in terms of, if any feedback is or any comments are going into the council on this, I would sort of recommend that the kind of the heritage and the visible and the conservation aspects and things go on the listed building consent one, whereas, or they could go on both, but things like the environmental considerations, environmental health considerations, and the noise and things like that, only on the planning permission rather than the listed building consent, because they're not really relevant to that one.
Which building is this?
Chinese.
On East Street?
Yeah. Not one I've ever used, so.
No, okay, it's been there for a long time and
Yes.
just sat there and, become anonymous, yeah.
Hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, exactly, okay. Okay, so, I mean, just a side note, I suppose, it's potentially a good thing for the street, but it does need to be done right. Yeah, okay.
And if it's all that,
Yeah.
if that could be coming out of the rear of the property, that would be, I
Yeah.
would say, ideal.
Yeah. Okay, do we need to make a decision on
Yes,
this?
please.
So I am proposing
You are.
that we support this, but with comments.
Comments, okay.
Second?
Second.
Do we need a seconder?
Yes, please.
I'll have a
That'd be
seconder.
second.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then is everyone in agreement?
Agreement? Yes or no?
Yeah, thank you.
Not sure?
No,
You
abstention.
can? You can abstain?
Abstain,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to put it to a full vote, just say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 0753.
You're telling you sigh heavily, Ruth. I don't know whether it's because of something we did. I don't know whether they got as far as full on objecting. They certainly had plenty to say about it. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah,
0753, retention of existing flue. I would imagine, are there any comments on this?
Well, it seems to be having some impact on the retirement residential property that's next to it from a noise perspective.
Okay,
Such that some of the residents don't feel, they can actually spend any time in the garden because of the noise which it's creating. On the one hand, it is, on Redkill Close, so
yeah.
it started out where it is, but
So what's the application for? Just to,
well, I think they're wanting to. It looked like they're wanting to sort of upgrade the flue. So when I looked at it, I was expecting to see some very big, huge thing like they're proposing at Greenway School, and it's not. It's not really so much to do with the visual amenity impact of this. It's more the noise of whatever it is they're using for, and I think they're incinerating something or whatever. But in terms of what to, I don't know whether it's something to actually object on. I think again, it's whether we can put a comment. Well, we could object on it just in terms of noise impact on neighbours. Maybe you've got another comment. Source.
Yes.
Yeah, just asking, from my understanding, we're talking retention as in, are we actually modifying this to make it more noise or more suitable for the area, or is it actually just keeping it as it is as a retention? Because if the improvement is to actually reduce the noise.
Yeah, it sounds like we don't know enough.
I
But
think that might have actually been what Environmental Health said on this one as well. I think there might have been some information outstanding on this one from memory from looking at it earlier. Let me just look it up.
Am I right in thinking it's retrospective? Yes. Mention that in your note.
yeah,
So
it
Environmental
is.
Health has said they need more information. Further details required on
Yeah.
flue height, details of emissions, evidence to. I mean, they're more commenting on the health impact, I think, well, or the impact of the emissions rather than the noise, but they're already saying they need more information in order to be.
Yeah.
So
So
I think I would say we definitely have concerns both about the emissions impact and potential noise. If it's actually going to be something that reduces the noise rather than making it worse, then that would alleviate our concerns. But I don't know whether we want to go full out and say refuse or essentially make comments on this.
Well, it looks like it's a retrospective.
Right.
So it sounds like it's already in place, but should it be approved? So are there any noise or odour or visual appearance or complaints, concerns, and Environmental Health, have they investigated any
We
complaints?
could say we could request conditions
Yeah.
to address these concerns, basically. We need their professional advice on how to do that.
I would want to be
Yeah.
guided by environmental health on this.
Yes.
Because it's retrospective, and they have got, they have got their own questions for that. Then I wouldn't want to give mine. I think that's a very key.
So are we saying no objection subject to conditions, or are we saying object? Or support with comments?
Not support with comments.
I don't think
No.
so. I mean, what's
No
what if-
objection subject to conditions?
If we object, does that make the process for enforcing conditions more robust?
Well, it obviously feeds into the consultation, so it makes sure.
Well, I would say we object due to
Yeah.
concerns around
Yeah.
noise and emissions.
Yeah.
However, should the council be minded to
Yeah.
approve, we would request robust conditions be in place in order to mitigate these impacts.
I mean,
Yeah.
my understanding, they shouldn't have put it up there without permission anyway. Therefore, I wouldn't want to sort something that doesn't have.
Yeah, so I think, we have a duty to check that
Yeah.
it does comply, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't receive approval.
Thank you. Who's proposing that, please?
I'll propose it.
Thank you, councillor.
Any seconders?
Thank you.
We all agree on that one?
Yep.
Or do we want to-
Yeah,
Agreed?
thank you.
Okay, next one is 0633, Guildford Road, erection of entrance gates for an increase in extent of driveway within front curtilage.
Yeah, I think it's a variation of conditions, so it's not so much for the erection of entrance gates. I think they may well already be there. But they want to vary the conditions by increasing the extent of the driveway within the front curtilage. It looked to me like it was potentially behind said gates.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I see. Okay.
I didn't have any objection to it. And I didn't see any objections on the portal either.
Okay. Any other
No
comments on
comment?
this one? Sounds like it's no comments. Okay.
Is that, yeah, no comment. Is that you're proposing?
I'm
Councillor?
proposing no comments. Seconder,
Yeah.
all agreed?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh,
0797 is Browning Road, Horsham, and this is an application to convert a garage to habitable space, placing the front garage door, windows and French doors, and replacement of an existing ground floor rear window with door. I don't think this has got anything particularly notable about it, but has anyone got any comments?
Not really.
Okay, let's go. I'm proposing no comment. The seconder, Chris,
Thank you.
all agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, this next one, is this the one that's got two applications? No, it's not. That's another one. Okay, so this is to propose a variation of condition 1 of previous approved application.
Yeah, we've just got two consecutive variation of condition 1s, that's why.
Yeah.
So it looks like it, but it's not.
So the variation is the addition of a pitched roof. Is that right?
Sorry, so it's saying a variation of condition 1 of the previously approved application.
To
Yeah,
include addition of a pitched roof over the porch, yes, so basically that's
Yeah.
what they're seeking to add by this variation.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's no
I could be
comment.
wrong, but it seems fairly innocuous to me, really. Yeah,
Okay, so we're proposing no comment.
yeah, I think so.
All agreed?
Yeah, agree.
Thank you.
0628. Including increased eaves height to southern elevation. So Richhurst Drive, Horsham.
So I read through this one. I think there were a couple of neighbours who objected to the original permission in the first place and didn't like it. I think it was refused, but it went through on appeal. And one of the conditions with it was to do with eaves height of the building. But it looks like someone in an adjacent property has now got planning permission for a higher eaves height. So they're now looking to say, well, seeing as the people next door or nearby have got a higher eaves height, we want a higher eaves height as well.
Okay, so there could be an impact on overlooking or overshadowing or bulk or street scene.
Yeah. When I looked at the comments, one of the residents sort of said, well, they weren't really very happy about the whole situation, but instead of seeking permission for this, all they want is just sort of someone to make sure that the permission is actually complied with when they build.
Yeah. We probably should make some comments, I feel. And should we ask that the application is compared against other approved plans in the area or in the in the immediate vicinity, really?
If one house has got permission for a certain eaves height, in theory, a house within the same vicinity might not. I'm not saying this, but why shouldn't they have the same pitch?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My feeling is probably that we should support it, but with comments to confirm that it's not of a design that's overbearing or having a negative impact on the street scene. Any thoughts?
I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Propose that then. I'll
Yeah,
propose
yes.
that.
So is that a proposal that's supported, going with conditions, is that?
I think supporting with the comments that that it
You support the proposal in principle,
yeah
with observations or suggestions.
yes, I suppose it's an observational suggestion that that the design is not one that is out of character or having a negative impact on the general amenity of the street scene, if that's the thing.
Okay,
Okay, happy with that. So let's propose that.
anyone like to second?
Seconder, Chris,
Thank you.
agreed? Anyone not?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So 0844, Farthings Hill, demolition of a conservatory and erection of two-storey rear extension with first floor entrance.
I didn't have any objection to this one. I think there was one resident who was saying essentially they didn't have any objections to it either, provided it didn't result in them being overlooked and any loss of privacy. So maybe we could say no objection, subject to no overlooking or loss of privacy to neighbours.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a sort of roof terrace, if you like, involved in this, which could have an impact. So I think we'd be wise to have that checked. So we're basically saying no objection, subject to satisfactory, that we're not creating a situation where of loss of significant loss of privacy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that your proposal?
That's
Yes.
the proposal.
Thank you.
Martin, you second that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And
All agree on that?
Yes.
all agreed? Thank you.
Thank you.
So next one, 0847, 50 Kempshot Road. So demolition of existing conservatory and erection of single-storey side and rear extension.
This one's a non-material amendment to an existing permission.
Okay.
So they're basically wanting to make it slightly smaller and change the roof material from
Yeah.
zinc to
Slate.
slate.
Yeah.
Which, if anything, being Kempshot Row is going to keep it. It's going to be more in keeping with the area rather than less. So I'll propose no objection to this one.
I think so too. I mean, it's round the side and back of those houses down the Kempshot
They
Road.
already have permission. Anyway,
Yeah.
they're just varying it in a way that doesn't really have any negative impact. So
Yeah. So I think no.
Your,
I think Martin's
Coffey
propose
proposed.
no
objection
comment.
on that one.
Yeah. Are you happy to second?
Yes, I will. Yeah.
We all agree.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I and J are the same premises, being just round the corner from me.
That's right. This is the one that's 855 and 857.
Yeah,
So one proposes demolition of a garage and single-storey front, side and rear extension. And the other is demolition of garage and single-storey front and side extension.
yeah.
So it looks like there are two overlapping applications of the same property.
So the only difference is rear extension.
Correct. So I had a look to see if there'd been any objections to the larger one that might have prompted the smaller one, and there weren't. So whether it's just to do with cost grounds and not having to go back for planning again, depending on what is the final decision on what to go for, I don't know. My only thing I sort of wanted to check when looking at this is, front extensions can potentially be challenging depending on the scale of them. It's not always, not usually the preference to have a front extension, but it's single story and really, it's a porch that then wraps around the side. So, and there haven't been any objections. So I'm not too worried about it because, setting some kind of new precedent or anything. And if this rear extension was being proposed, it's almost kind of within permitted development anyway. So
Yes, it's only it's
I
only the rear that.
don't really have any objections to either of them. I don't think really.
I mean, do we need to know which one is likely to go ahead?
No, because you have to assess each one on its
Yeah,
merits
merits.
anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we're saying no objection.
Yeah.
Again, Martin, you proposing that?
Yeah.
Chris,
Second, yeah.
seconded. Yeah.
We agree.
All agreed?
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think that goes
Thank you.
for both of them basically.
Yeah.
That's I and J.
2 for 1.
Okay, so next one.
There's K in the alphabet. That's all right. There it is. 0860, demolition of front porch and erection of 2-storey front extension, replacement of flat roof to the rear, single-storey extension with pitched roof
Yeah.
and roof lights, etc. Caterways, okay.
So I'm familiar with this location as
Yeah.
well. Again, although this one is a 2-storey front extension, ordinarily that would cause a degree of concern. But there are some other properties on that street that, as constructed, the part of the front of it juts out and goes up. That's how it was built. So actually, when this property does this, it's not going to be out of keeping with other properties on the street. The ground floor then juts out a little bit further with a pitched roof, but that makes it effectively a replacement porch with a pitched roof. So I don't think it's going to look overly dominant, and it's not going to look wildly out of keeping with the other properties in the area. And once again, I haven't seen any objections or any concerns to the application.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but I know where it is, but I'm not familiar with the building. So any other comments? So we're going, is that a no proposal for no objection?
No
I'll
objection.
second that.
Actually, that reminds me, there was one application on this list, and I can't remember which one it was again. Had already been permitted anyway. And there was already a decision
Decision.
on it. I don't think it was that one. I think it was
No.
one of the other ones, but one of them, presumably because of
The
the
opposite.
1 week delay, they've already taken a decision. Anyway.
Yeah.
0861, Curzon Avenue. Single-storey front and rear extensions with pitched roof over existing flat roofs and conversion of extension to existing garage and habitable space. 0861. Anyone familiar with this one?
Yes. I used to live around there, well, not on Curzon, on Farm Avenue. So I'm familiar with this one because although it's quite a reasonably substantial scheme, it's partly kind of replacing something that's there already. And actually, I think it's going to potentially be an enhancement to the street scene compared to what's there at the moment, because the existing is quite blocky, boxed, whereas this is, more attractive.
Almost 2-storey
Yeah.
flat roof, 2-storey flat roof. Existing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's the addition of the pitched roof over flat roof. Which
Yeah.
makes it, yeah,
yeah.
an improvement possible.
And at the same time, extension of the existing garage into habitable living space. But I know that there's a few properties like that around there that have done this, because I tried to buy one of them and was unsuccessful. So that's not an unusual thing to happen with these properties around there. So again, no issues with that from my perspective.
Yeah, I can't comment. Can't comment. So it sounds that
No
Martin's
objection.
proposing no objection. I'll
Yeah.
second that.
Everyone's agreed?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Depot Road. First floor rear extension over part of existing ground floor. First floor. Okay, first floor. Okay.
A slight
0719 Depot Road.
We have a neighbourhood council consultation response on this one. Well, they didn't object. FNC 2nd of June. So in some ways, this one's already been handled by the
Okay.
neighbourhood council. They didn't object to it.
Okay. Yeah, it's in the list of those that hasn't got any objections against it.
Yeah,
So it sounds like we are
I'll follow that lead really.
no comment on this one.
No comment. Okay. Is that your
Agreed.
proposal here?
That's my proposal.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Chris seconded it.
Thank you.
All agreed?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Next one, 0722, Windham Close, single story rear extension. There haven't been any objections to this. Does anyone have any other notes or knowledge of it?
I know where Windham Close is. I don't, I haven't looked at this in great detail, but in principle, I wouldn't object to a single story rear extension. Normally.
Where's Windham Close?
Down, it's near Hills Farm. Oh, is this the one that's already been permitted? There you go. So
Okay.
it's already gone through anyway.
Right, let's let that one go then.
Is that no comment?
But it's actually down on Hills Farm Lane. It's backing onto the Highwood development, but it's
Okay.
actually an extension to the Henderson Way bit of the estate down there.
Okay, let's go for, I'm proposing no comment.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's already been
Yeah.
permitted in particular.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
we are all agreed on that. 722 Ashley Road, 0742, single story rear extension, side garage and front porch.
This one's been determined already as well.
Okay.
Okay, then let's, no
No
comment,
comment.
I'll propose that. Secretary Dave, and thank you, and
Thank
all
you.
agreed, anyone not agreed?
Thank you.
That's mine. Which one do you live at, Ruth? On Ashley Road.
That one was
You're at the
the
other end.
listed building consent.
Yes,
wasn't it, that went
that's
with
what
the
we've
other?
already done,
Yeah.
that one, yeah. Yeah, so 0749 is complete. So along to Q, 0827, change of use from offices to dwellings, Gladstone House, Gladstone Road.
I looked at this building, it's on the corner at the end of a residential street on the corner with Nightingale Road, and although it's actually an office building, it kind of looks like it was a house before and got turned into an office building. That may not be the case, but I certainly don't think there's any particular issue with that one becoming residential.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing you think is it's just got a big sign on it saying
Yeah,
BGN roofing, and that's
yeah.
apart from that, looks like a house.
Oh, does it? Okay, so any questions about proper lighting or windows or
No.
we're already satisfied with?
It's a road that has local reports of, by Nightingale garages, that the road is not in good repair and they've had lots of large lorries going down there.
Yeah.
But I don't see that as a reason to offer any
No.
concerns about this. No.
Which building is it? That yeah.
Well, then that's
Yeah, that one there.
Nightingale garages.
Yeah. I think that's probably no comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
No comment?
certainly no objection. I don't know whether we're classing those as the same thing or not. If it's no comment,
Yeah.
are you just not putting anything in at all, or are you putting
No.
something in to say no objection?
No. So if you say no comment, that's what I'm actually recording no comment.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you want no objection, then that means you've reviewed it and raised no planning concerns.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter which.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll feed it into the portal.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, 0616 Bedford Road, single story rear extension. familiar with Bedford Road. I
Um,
would imagine it's okay, but any points? Anyone else?
note of caution on this one,
Okay.
because I think this one's already been to us once, because I think this was the,
Amended plan by the looks of things.
yes, but I think this was the one the lady attended with at the first
Yes.
planning
HTB.
committee, because there is the concern around it being overdevelopment, and views that it's, because they're turning it into a 6-bedroom
Yes.
property.
Okay.
It's that
Okay.
property. And they've obviously made they're proposing some amendments to it.
So I think we should comment this.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's still, I think it's still being, getting the same representations coming back, objecting at the moment on the grounds of design, highway access and parking, loss of general amenity, overdevelopment, privacy, light and noise. And also some concerns around fire escapes. And I think we objected on the grounds of overdevelopment last time.
Just ask a couple of
Mm.
questions. So this is sort of single occupancy per room as opposed to dwelling people or
So,
yeah.
well,
Sorry.
there's what it might be used for and what one can actually take into consideration. So it's a house on a terraced or quite densely built street, and the proposal is to have 2 stories taking up nearly all of the back garden and everything. I don't know how much exactly it's been reduced. They wanted to put 6 bedrooms in there. Now doesn't necessarily automatically qualify something as an HMO. It then becomes into the question of how many people are actually can be resident in an HMO before it requires change of use to be an HMO. But this is not a change of use application for HMO. This is a standard planning application. I believe some of this is retrospective as well. Already, it was quite a complex one. So yeah, in terms of the question over the matter of HMO, if it's going to trigger those requirements, then a separate application will be required for that.
But it does, I remember the session we made again from her discussion, so many things you said, and I think it does seem to tick some of the boxes in this list of material planning concerns.
Yeah.
You know, scale, compatibility, parking provision, access, overshadowing, because
Yeah.
if you're going to, an extension going that far out,
Yeah.
just an extension, it's going to,
Yeah.
have loss of privacy as well.
It's handled substantial enough, you're going to have potentially overlooking into the gardens. For lots of policy.
I also just worry about the provision, for whoever is going to actually be resident in that building in terms of the very limited outside space that remains after the work has been carried out.
is there a risk it sets a precedent in that area for
There is that element to it as well.
for houses?
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose there is. Yeah. Have we got someone to propose that we object to this? Is that what we're
I
Me too.
certainly feel like I would like to object to this, being at the second meeting about it.
Yeah.
I would happily propose to object.
I'll second that.
Yeah.
Principally on the grounds of overdevelopment, I would suggest.
Okay, I mean, that's my opinion, is that if we object to it, it will get looked at, you know. I mean, it'll get looked at anyway, but I think
It's going to
objecting to it is
committee
manageable.
anyway, this
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
And part of the question is whether anyone will want to speak at committee about it on behalf of the town council when it does. But I think you can determine that. You can decide that when it gets called in.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so we've got proposed from the seconder to
It
object.
may not make it as far as committee if the council decides to refuse it anyway.
Yeah. So that was Councillor Frank proposed that. Yeah, Councillor Boffey second.
Yeah.
All agreed?
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
Top curve, Bedford Avenue.
I'm not entirely sure why this one's back
Did we
again.
see this one last time?
Yes, we did. And we supported it.
What is it? Yes.
And I don't know why it's back.
Is it the same
And I
one?
looked to try and work out why it was back, and I couldn't work it out.
Is it not the same one, is it?
Was it number 13 last time?
So I've got the minutes
You've
there,
got to be on the minutes.
which I've got here
Which
somewhere.
we've all read and approved.
So that might be- What's the number? 0440. Yes, it's there, 0440. So please ignore that one.
Okay.
That's a
So
duplicate.
duplicate.
Oh, okay.
Next one, 0950, 8 Mallard Close, demolish conservatory and erection of a single-storey road extension.
Yeah, and put the conversion of the garage into living accommodation. I mean, that's a pretty common scheme.
Yeah. A lot of conservatories being demolished.
Got to sit in them
Yes.
half the year and too cold the rest of the year.
I'll get my application through soon.
I've got a lot of documents on this one. I'll just see if any of them, but none of them are objections really. Just a lot of drawings. and things. So I don't see any. So this one,
Yes, I'll put the wrong number
quite elaborate.
in. Not close. Modernist
Modernist. Nice.
style.
That is a big old building. Where is this?
What we say at Mallow Close.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know where Mallard Close is. It looks like it's probably Cottons Lane area by some of it.
That's Holbrook. Holbrook.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look out of scale with the property next door
No.
to me. So, and it's all. Is it a bungalow or a half bungalow or something like that? Single story rear extension, but I think there only is a single and a half story to this building, so it's not hard. So, no problems from me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve, were you going to say something? No.
No,
No.
that's all right. No, I was just trying to think where Mallow Close was.
Sounds like it's no objection.
Objection.
Yeah.
Who
So I'm
proposed-
proposing that.
You're proposing that, thank you.
Steve, second that?
Yeah,
All right.
Agreed.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Cool.
thank you.
It's off Pontail Road and Old Millmeads. Oh, I remember that patch now. Campus around there. Yeah. Rings a bell. Cool. Right, what's next?
Next is 0977, which is a 2-storey extension. Side extension, placement of the front garage door, the window, front porch, and window enlargement. Widgeon Way.
Yeah.
Where's Widgeon Way?
It's, yeah, similar area to Mallard's Close.
Oh, is it? Okay. Any comments on this?
Not a particular concern to me. I don't
No.
think.
It won't be overlooking you, I don't think. Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Off
big,
Kingsbridge.
big house that's going to be made a bit bigger and looks similar to his neighbour, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catching up with everyone.
And I don't think there are any objections.
No,
Neighbours,
yeah.
okay. I think that's no comment then.
No comment.
I'm proposing that.
Yep.
Seconder Chris, anyone? All agreed? Thanks.
Thank you.
0962, first floor side extension over existing garage and changing the windows.
Gill Crescent. I think it's probably going right up to the boundary. Oh, it's already, oh, I see, it's already up to the boundary on the ground floor, anyway. That's the garage.
Where's Gill Crescent?
That's what it looks like. It's on Hammer Pond Drive.
Yeah, it's up in the forest area.
Okay, yeah, I know.
On the road.
So the application is to first floor side extension.
Over the garage, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure alterations to fenestration here, I mean, I know what it means, but there's an existing garage, the building over it, so presumably there's a window in what the building over it,
Mm.
but that's a new window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So alterations to fenestration is what, window instead of the garage door?
Maybe moving
Or is fenestration a group?
It could be other windows. Could be other windows in the house.
Windows.
Yeah.
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 Because it's possibly removing the window because it's building out from where there was a window.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fine. I think it's okay.
And there haven't been any objections, so I think I'll propose no comment.
Mhm.
Yeah, David seconds.
Yeah.
All agreed?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Right, the last one, 0738, replacement of
Yeah, so we did this one
an
because it's
externally illuminated
it's
sign.
oh, sorry, no, it's not.
Yes.
It's not this one. It's a different one. This is the Vodafone.
Okay,
Vodafone sign on the Vodafone shop. And although it's in a conservation area, it's largely placing what's already there. The conservation officer doesn't have any concerns about it.
okay.
So, no objection.
No objection, I think.
No.
Sorry, Steve?
No, we're just looking at,
Okay.
which is
A different location.
Yeah,
different location.
okay.
God knows why.
Right, I think Martin's proposing no
Yeah, no
comment.
objection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, David,
Yeah.
David,
Thank you.
second, all agreed. Vodafone
Thank you.
sign. Right, should we move on to item 7, which is to note any withdrawn planning applications, of which there seem to be none at this point. So that will go to planning to item 8.
Just quickly, apologies, just quickly.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
So carry on. if you can.
Should we wait?
I'll record the meet, that Councillor Thompson's left this fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
in
you
case
can carry on.
anything comes up. Yeah, item 8 is to note the planning decisions that have been taken by HDC on new planning applications.
Yeah.
They're really just for noting, unless anyone particularly wants to debate or discuss any of them. But feel free to, don't let me,
I just
you
had a
know,
question now, that what a
Yeah.
wayfinding totem is.
yeah, I think this is probably one that we should just note
Yes.
in the meeting, because it was somewhat contentious at the planning committee and it will impact West Street. Is it West Street?
Yeah.
The entrance of Swan Walk there. It's a big metal swan, basically, I think. Sorry, that's probably under, not doing it justice.
The Dorking Cock.
The silver cock. Yeah, it was slightly controversial. I think it got voted through. I did vote for it, but it was a bit, it wasn't unanimous.
Where's it going to be placed? Is it going to be placed at the boots entrance? Or
No, the other entrance.
The
The other entrance
yeah,
on
yeah,
West Street, pretty much outside the entrance to Swan Walk at that point.
Just so it can get as much in the way as possible with people trying to come out and cross to the.
Yeah.
Is it now?
Yeah, I mean, it's been approved, but it is worth
Yeah.
recording at this
Yes.
meeting, actually, that it will have a significant impact on that street, and there might be some noise about it because there will be people who like it and others who say it's spoiling the street scene. That's what it is.
Can I just ask a question, sorry, Chair?
Please do. Yeah.
Because I haven't seen anything about it. So is it a wayfinding totem? So what is it going to?
Signpost.
Oh, okay, okay.
Basically, I think. Well, no, that, I'm probably I'm being flippant. It is. Is it a sculpture? It probably does qualify in the term sculpture. Sculpture has some design elements in it, and it will include effectively a list of the key retailers that people can go to if they were to go indeed into Swan Walk.
Okay, thank you.
Now that will vary a bit, I suppose,
Yeah.
as retailers come and go,
Yeah.
and it won't just be like a paper sign. But yeah, that's
Okay.
So it's it has some artistic merit to it, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Is it a black swan? No, I think it's a black swan.
Thank you.
That's right.
Excellent.
I think
So number 9.
9. Are there any others? No. 9. Licensing.
So we can make representations to licensing if we wish to about
Yes.
any of these. Savers, not especially, they're moving down 2 doors from where they are at the moment.
Because they're extending their alcohol licence on that.
Not on Savers, I don't think, is it?
I thought I remembered that was the case. They were wanting to sell more alcohol.
Wolfpack is extending its alcohol licence or applying to.
Yeah, let's deal with these first. So savers, what's the issue here?
Seem to have some memory from in distant past of my daughter getting alcohol from there.
And any representations must consider the four
Yeah,
licensing objectives. So it's not just that you don't like it; it's got to be.
yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to make
No,
comments. It's-
the
yeah.
store has been operating in town quite a long time. No real issues that I'm aware of with it, and it's just moving to bigger premises a couple of doors down. So I don't have any concerns.
Yeah, I must admit, I don't have enough insight into to make any comments on this myself. So I'll turn that off.
Wolfpack are seeking to expand their licensable area for the sale of alcohol, so they've had an alcohol license for some time. Again, not aware of any issues with that, so I don't have any.
No, I'm sort of familiar with that place, and they do occasional sort of menu nights where they have dinners and that sort of thing. I haven't been to one, but I think that's partly what this is about.
Yeah. I don't have any concerns with it.
I don't at all. But, so, again, like for the planning applications, Jill, we to make comments or objections as
With licensing, you don't have to. So
Okay.
if you
I
don't
think,
have,
yeah.
you can be for or against. But if you don't want to comment at all, you don't have to comment at all.
Okay.
It's just they're giving you the opportunity. Yeah. But if say you could support something if you wanted to, you could say you're for it and you support it. If you're against it and you have concerns, with that list of licensing objectives in mind.
yes.
But if you don't have any, either support it or object to it, we don't need to respond. Basically, it's an
Okay,
invitation from the licensing team.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Nando's is a renewal,
Yeah.
so that's something that they've had already.
Yeah, that's Nando's.
Yeah, and I don't think it's caused any problem.
Yeah, that's an East Street, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And Babylon Grill. Oh,
Interesting, that
that's
one.
on the
I
corner.
thought that was interesting as well. To the end of the bishopric, if we get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would. I'll let others speak first. Yeah.
I just wanted to have a look at the image there of the. Just in terms of the amount of space.
There's only 4 tables, and there's at
There
least
are.
one cafe on that little break that has.
Yes, there's
There are.
the Polish place.
Yeah, there are, but the difference is
Yes.
they're not right next to
That
the
junction.
pedestrian crossing
Yeah.
on the corner with the pavement
Yeah.
partly.
It is a
away.
very busy corner.
It's a
that
very
way.
busy corner,
So it
and it's
depends
very
where they
tight.
want-
I've
yeah.
got no issues with their business or anything
No.
like that. It's more just where's it going to go? Especially
Underneath.
seeing as the street view image of this sort of someone mounting the pavement there with a Deliveroo thing on the back of their bike. So
Yeah, I think there was a plan attached to this application, so hopefully you've got that as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Could someone pull that up, maybe?
is that on
I
the
hope they're not putting it
Should have
under
been
the
on that email for
the
you.
email?
the extract.
Yeah.
On the email.
Well, I would have one issue with the extractor of that place.
Well, yeah, it's an interesting extract, isn't it?
Mm,
Let me see if I can find it.
I don't have a plan for that.
mm.
I can find some emails.
All 15 attachments. Babylon room. Floor plan Babylon.
Just found it.
zoom in on this, but so they want to have them literally outside the front of the building.
Right.
4 sort of two-person tables in a row.
Is it four tables or?
Yeah, 4 tables, and they look like that. They're of about that size.
And they've said 4 barriers as well, presumably.
4 barriers,
Yeah.
because
Those to the right of the door.
Yes, as you, yeah.
so what are we, just looking again at what we're allowed to take. Prevention of public nuisance, no.
I think it's,
Prevention of crime and disorder.
no.
What I don't know is whether under public safety or the protection of children from harm, whether it's those are valid things on this in that, you know, I don't want to make life hard for them or anything, but there's really just not a lot of space there. And it's right next to a pedestrian, well,
Yeah.
2 pedestrian crossings.
Yeah.
So
I think public safety then you could
Yeah,
cite that
I-
because, yeah.
I think that's the potential issue. I'm not sure if it is an issue, but I think it
No.
potentially could be.
yeah, so I
I
would like
certainly feel that we have comments on that.
Yeah, I'd like to
Yeah.
raise the concern that we're worried about the safety implications of having that on that particularly tight corner with pedestrian crossings there and heavy footfall at certain times.
And those crossings are not without issues already
No.
because of the location and how busy they are. So,
Because I know, and everyone's quite right to say there are some tables and what have you further down the road,
yeah,
but
there are 3 or 4 properties down the road,
it's quieter down there and
wider.
wider.
Yeah.
But to be fair, that Polish shop has it right next to the bus stop. You're just talking about people's access concerns.
Portuguese, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
But
It's
but it is
slightly constrained, but it's
But it's a lot wider
Mm.
down there when you look at the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like twice as much pavement. Well, not quite twice as much, but
and it's been there for a long time. And if it was a big issue, we would already know about that. I think.
What would people be happy with? Would we have 2 chairs to the right of the door as we look at the front? Would that be? I don't know whether we could put it in.
I don't think we really need to make a suggestion.
No, I think I can imagine that might.
Officers to consider and
Yeah.
recommend what they're comfortable
Yeah.
with.
Okay, so we are making comments.
Yeah.
On the grounds that we need assurance really of public safety
Yes.
on the as part of the licensing application. Do we need a proposer and seconder of that, or we just
I'll propose
that's
it.
it?
Yeah.
We do.
Councillor-
Okay,
yeah.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Is everyone in agreement? Yeah. Thank you.
Very good.
So,
Item 10. This is to consider any enforcement notices, of which there are none.
no.
Item 11, to receive and consider correspondence relating to planning matters, including notification of appeals against refusal of planning applications.
So yes, you had a request from a resident who's seeking support from the committee
Yeah,
for his application
Okay.
to West Sussex for the Community Highway Scheme for Harwood Road. And he specifically asked if the committee would be prepared to do a letter of support. That's what he's essentially asking.
Harwood Road, that's all the way out, is that what, from the roundabout, is that?
I don't know actually. It just said he told me for Harwood Road to reduce the speed limit
Yeah.
from 40 to 30. Let's find his email. I've sent some more information. Oh. I didn't put anything else in here, did I?
Is everyone familiar with Harwood Road? Yeah.
I am. It's where the entrance to Kingsley School. Or an entrance to Kingsley School from the other side, and there's a nursery there, and what was the children's and family centre. It's not anymore, but you know, I think there is a pedestrian crossing. And is there a bridge there? I'm not sure, but.
Okay, so he said the proposal to West Sussex County Council is to lower to 30 miles an hour on the grounds of safety and driver fatigue due to short journey alterations, 30 miles an hour at the roundabout and all exits except Harwood Road. Additionally, traffic may approach the school crossing pedestrian traffic lights. Traffic approaching at 40 miles an hour occasionally overshoots the lights due to the driver thought distance, then braking distance. So that's what he's said, that the neighbourhood council previously supported his application. So that's why he's come to the town council.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that John would support if he was here, because I think it was something he was asking for quite a long time.
Yes. So this goes out as far as Forest Road, and then it becomes Crawley Road. I have a view on this, but I'll let the others.
John, my first question: the road, obviously at 40, has everything required for it to be 40 road. As in, we're not reaching any of the Highway Acts for the speeds in the area. In that sense, and I imagine then that the lights as well will also be set for stopping distance for 40. So, from my opinion, it's set up as a 40 road. Some of those arguments are not, they're subjective in what they're saying there. So, unless there's actual change to what's happening around that road that requires it to be at 30, it's not something I would necessarily support.
Yeah, the gentleman's going to West Sussex County Council as part of their community highway scheme. And apparently, I think they quoted for a reservation because that's his first request, but it was £50,000 and the county council said that was too expensive. So that's why now he's proposing that they physically remove the 40 mile an hour signs and basically change the speed on the road. But obviously the county council will make their decision, all their criteria and everything will have to be met. So we won't be involved in that, but he's asking if we would support.
If we, no, I'm just going to decide, from my point of view, I necessarily wouldn't, if everything's set up for how it's technically supposed to be, then I would keep what's in place as it is, certainly if you're talking those figures as well.
Yeah.
So it's not the financial aspect.
I'd sort of like to hear if council also has a view on it. I'd like.
Kind of got to work.
No,
Probably discard that because we've got to make a mind up to
I know. It's also there's only. I wouldn't want to. This is. I agree with what you said then. There's the road is set up to be that speed. I don't think. I need to know some more evidence.
I mean, I have sort of opinions on roads and road speeds, and it's sort of like this: that once you're into a town where people live and walk and go to school and all the rest of it, then people, pedestrians particularly, it is essentially a residential area. And therefore, residents, pedestrians, cyclists, people not in cars should have absolute protection and be number one priority. If you're out on an open road, like a dual carriageway or main road going through the country, or clearly a motorway, then they are absolutely there for cars and motor vehicles to go up and down, and therefore they should be considered as probably the first priority. So in general, the way I think is that once you get into a town, I'm all for limiting the speeds of cars and other vehicles. I hate to see people every day, children and their mums and a pushchair running across North Parade because there's a car coming down the road at 35 miles an hour. So that's sort of where I generally am with this. However, with this one, as you come as you go out on Harwood Road, off to your right, there's very little residential area. You've got the forest and all the rest of it. But on your left, you've got a bit of a barrier before residential area. So this one is somewhere in between.
Very little of a residential area, like the entire forest neighbourhood where most of the kids go to Kingsley School.
Well, yes, it's sort of bit that's, well, it's not. It's yeah, but if it's a long road. It's a very long road. It goes, it goes all the way out from that big roundabout out to Forest Green, and certainly on the left as you're driving out, there's quite a big barrier between that and the residential area, and on the right you've got Beechville Woods, etc. So I'm sort of on the fence on this one, but in principle, I generally support lowering speed limits in town areas.
I don't know whether the scheme is for the full length of the Harwood Road from the roundabout with Booth Way all the way up.
Oh,
to,
I see. Yes.
All the way up to Crawley Road.
Yeah.
Or whether it's from Booth Way up to the Redkiln Way roundabout. Because for one thing, there's absolutely no need to be driving at 40 miles an hour down that road.
No, you're right. The inside bit. Sorry, Martin, I interrupted.
There's no need to be driving at 40 miles an hour down that road. And you've got, as I said, all of the residential area of the forest neighbourhood across the road from a nursery school and from Kingsley Primary School.
Yeah.
So, for me, having that, and for a long time I've thought having that road be a 30 mile an hour rather than a 40 mile an hour is a complete no-brainer. I don't know why it's 40 miles an hour in the first place. And although maybe it's been made to be rated as 40 miles an hour, well, of course it is, because they wouldn't allow a road to be a 40 mile an hour without it being set up to be a 40 mile an hour. That doesn't mean it should be.
Yeah.
So
if I can come back on my previous one, I hadn't realised that Harwood actually extended that all the way down into to the town. I thought it only started up there. And therefore, I mean, if that's the section of road particularly this email is about, my personal view is I would go for 20 miles an hour. But that's not the request.
I think that would possibly be overrated.
Sorry, David, yes.
I'm just going from memory. I'm not sure all of Harwood is 40, is it? I think, from my memory, it changes, having driven it a few times.
Okay.
But I don't think I think it starts off 30, goes to 40 in the area that we're looking at, and then heads back as you get to Offley and into the town centre from memory.
Well, I'm just looking at the exit from the roundabout onto that bit of Harwood Road, and I'm looking at the 40 mile an hour speed signs that say.
I know that there are 40 parts on there.
Yeah, but I suspect that the other side of that it might be higher, because it wouldn't get. I don't know. Let me have a look. But the part literally, it's saying the road a bit from the Redkiln Way road roundabout down to the roundabout with King's Road and Booth Way. That section is marked as 40 miles an hour, which I don't see why it is. Now, as you approach it from town, where does it become 40 coming from town? So it's 40.
So opposite the storage unit. That's
Yeah.
We've seen a 40.
So it becomes 30 as obviously hilariously sensibly, it becomes 30 mile an hour after you've got past the entrance to the school. Cracking.
So just looking at this, you've got the footbridge, the closure, the paths are set quite a way back from the side of the road. So for me, the safeguarding is in place. From what I'm looking at, there is an element of, people crossing roads, Crawley incident, I know that was water related as well, but there is an element of, we can all cross a road anywhere and there's a risk to it. If we've got the safeguarding in place where it is, I'm personally not in favour of supporting reducing the limit when things are set up for that limit.
To me, it does feel
Steve.
like it's a road of two speed limits. 140, 130, maybe the 31's in the wrong place, but I suppose looking at typical roads and where they are 30 or 40, certainly it doesn't stand out. The first bit from Redhill, past the Old Beach and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Feels like it's consistent with the 40 mile an hour.
that's on the outer section.
Yeah,
we call
yeah,
it that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, once you get beyond that, you're
Yeah,
there
into Crawley Road.
into there's houses and what have you, and
Mm.
obviously more population.
Chris.
It's just, I don't know, from my experience, relatively limited experience with planning committees, but still genuine, and looking at planning applications on roads with bends, interesting speeds and so forth. I think I'm looking for a resolution here because we're just what we're going to do. I think would it be the wrong thing just to say we would support West Sussex re-looking at this, just having there's nothing wrong with always looking at the speed limits on roads and reconsidering those. Not saying it should be one thing or the other, but just to say we would be happy to support West Sussex looking at this on behalf of a request from residents. I'd be happy to put my name to that because we always want roads to be as safe as possible.
I mean, I'm quite happy to have a vote, and if I lose, I lose. I'm not bothered. Because at the end of the day, our opinion is not going to be the one determining factor on whether this happens or not. So
I agree, Martin.
I'd like to propose that we support the community highway scheme. If anyone wants to second it, and then we have whether you're in favour or against, or abstain to bring it to a conclusion.
Yeah, no, I think we need to do that because I think there is opinion amongst us.
I'm quite comfortable if I lose. I don't mind.
Yeah. Well, I would second that.
You second that, okay.
So we are
Propose a second. So
we need to vote on. So we're voting whether to support
The proposal is to support the community highway
this
scheme.
community highway scheme. So in favour? 3 against, 2
Abstain.
abstain. It's carried.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And the next one, South Water and Shipley Neighbourhood Plan Area Consultation. South and Shipley have agreed to progress a joint neighbourhood plan. Oh,
They have.
or HDC are inviting representation stakeholders to comment on the application for a designation of the neighbourhood plan area comprising both South Water and Shipley.
Yeah. Can I throw a little light on what's happening here?
Yeah, please. Thank you, Martin.
So South Water has a made neighbourhood plan that is out of date.
Yeah.
Shipley has a made neighbourhood plan. Can't remember whether it's out of date or in date or whatever. And when I say out of date, it means it's more than 5 years old. The policies are still valid, but the housing allocations and whatever it are carry less weight now. So they have to do a review, or indeed write a new plan or whatever. But before you do that, you have to designate what the area for the plan is going to be, just like when Blueprint, the area that was designated for the Blueprint neighbourhood plan was what was then the unparished area. So what they are doing is they would like to designate the area for their new neighbourhood plan to be for the entirety of the South Water and Shipley parishes together, rather than having separate ones. And all we're being consulted on at the moment is whether that is the area that should be designated or not.
Yeah.
Nothing else beyond any of that.
Yeah.
As a neighbouring parish, basically.
And I think, I mean, you know, Shipley's a couple of miles away from Southwater,
Mhm.
but the boundaries abut, do they not? I think the
Well,
Shipley
they've been
boundary.
having- yeah, they do. They are.
um,
They have a share a boundary
Yeah.
with each other, and one of the problems that they've had is that as development spreads out from Southwater, they're getting into the situation where they're having developments that are actually extensions of Southwater Parish are happening in Shipley Parish
Yes.
down the Shipley Road.
Mm.
So I mean, there's a couple of ways of dealing with that to a degree, one of them is part of the community governance review consideration at the moment. Do they need to move the boundary?
Mm.
The other is, preparing a single neighbourhood plan covering the area. Now, it doesn't mean, I would imagine, because one of the problems they've got, of course, is that stuff that's outside the built-up area boundary of Southwater is actually happening in Shipley. And
Yes.
so, I would imagine what it will mean is that they'll have separate built-up area boundaries, but within the context of one neighbourhood plan.
Yeah,
So I can see the sense in it,
me too. Mm.
especially if that's what they want to do. Yeah. Totally.
Sorry, David.
Just on one point from after our town council, is this something we need to be looking at, considering it's not in our area? I mean, in terms of even putting a support in, because
I did wonder that. Yeah.
We're just consulted. It's part of the district council's obviously processes that neighbouring parishes are consulted
Yes.
whenever.
It's not
Okay.
unusual.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
It's
North
it's a
Horsham-
regular thing.
Yeah.
North Horsham was consulted on
Yeah.
the blueprint neighbourhood plan,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
I would just say, my view is provided they are consulting with their residents on this to make sure that this is what their residents want, then I would support it. I'm sure they are doing.
I mean, on the face of it, it sounds positive
Yes.
that you've got, two parishes working together.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah, there are two or three neighbourhood plans in the district that cover more than one
Okay.
parish. Or sometimes they've tried to do it and it hasn't worked out. The really interesting one is Henfield, because they have a shared neighbourhood plan with a parish that is actually in Mid Sussex district.
Okay.
It's either Wyman or Twyman, but it crosses the
Yeah.
boundary of two districts, but they have one neighbourhood plan.
Okay.
covering two.
So do we need a decision on that at all?
Yes,
Martin's proposed that
yeah,
we support.
Yeah, that's fine. So I've written that, consulting, make sure that the residents are being consulted.
Yeah.
Support.
Yeah, provided they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, second that.
Second, yeah,
Are we all agreed?
Yeah.
Okay.
brilliant.
And that's the end of
It is.
item 11.
Yeah.
Item 12 is
Yeah.
the date of the next planning committee meeting, which is the 21st
Yeah.
of July.
It is. Close.
I think we'll close the meeting at that point. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 20:05.